So right now, there is about, well, 4 minutes left. I'm guessing it's going to be 3 minutes added time. It's the 89th minute, something like that. And there's no point waiting until the end of the game. We all know what's going to happen here. Currently, we're 2-0 down, as you can see there. That might change. It could easily become 3, maybe even 4-0. That's how badly we are playing. But am I surprised? No. The first thing I thought when I woke up today was, so when we lose later on, what's the reaction going to be? And here we are, losing against a much better side that have spent a fraction that we have spent. Man, Leicester are the real deal. I want to start this video off by saying, wow, how good they are. They are fantastic. Brendan Rodgers, I've been a big fan of the guy since he was at Swansea. He got that big move to Liverpool, and I thought he did really well there. Clearly wasn't right at the time. They decided to change it up, and that's worked well for Liverpool. Going with Klopp, arguably one of the best managers in the world. But honestly, I think Brendan Rodgers, he's up there. He really is. And the difference in, well, it's just tactical. It's like Leicester are a team and Arsenal are individuals. I mentioned this in the last game that we've played, and I felt it for a while. It feels like Arsenal do not have any cohesion. I think they don't respect the manager. And do I blame them? It's very difficult to blame them. I think, fair enough. Your manager, you should be respecting your manager no matter what. They are playing for the manager. They're being paid by the club. They should respect the manager. But it's very difficult. One, if they can't understand him. And two, if he's an absolute clueless manager. He is. He's clueless. There's nothing you can do to convince me that Unai Emery knows what he's doing, because he clearly doesn't. No Pepe again today. I thought this game would have been fantastic for Pepe. I don't know. It's difficult to pinpoint exactly where we've gone wrong today, because pretty much the whole thing is wrong, if you ask me. But hey, I'm no expert. But he's got to go. He's got to go. I'm an expert when it comes to Unai Emery going. Okay? He has to go. You can't survive this, surely. Any other top club in the world, and I'm not even saying we're a top club anymore, because we're not, but anyone else, he's gone. If this was Chelsea, gone. Man City, gone. Man United, maybe, gone. It's very, very difficult to see it in any other way. Unai Emery has to go. There's another pass that's gone out. Simple passing, man. We're so poor. You can't put all the blame on Emery, because ultimately the players on the pitch have to do the job, and they're not. But I think 90% of it is because they're not being asked to do the right things. Torreira is the best example, and there are reports that he has requested a meeting next week to discuss his role. He's not happy. The Uruguayan national team use him as a CDM, and I believe their manager has been questioning it. What is Arsenal doing with my CDM? Why is Torreira not playing in his natural position? No one knows. The only person that seems to think that Torreira is better attacking-wise than he is defensively is Unai Emery. And that is just a prime example of mismanagement. He's clearly lost this team. Every single tweet made by Mesut Ozil right now, you can tell it's just a dig at Unai Emery. And Mesut Ozil, he knows, okay? He knows. He's played for some of the best managers in the world, and this ain't it, fam. It just isn't, is it? I don't understand how we can have such a great team. We've got so many great quality players, individual players that are capable of playing for the very best teams. Yet with this manager, with this system, we're useless. Absolutely useless. It is 2-0 officially ended there. Brendan Rodgers, clap for him. He is quite literally taking this Leicester side back to where they were a couple of years ago when they won the Premier League title. And I tell you what, I would absolutely love Leicester to finish in the top 4 this season. Jamie Vardy, what was it, 2012? He was playing non-league football, and here he is. He's now scored more goals than Cristiano Ronaldo in the Premier League. It's pretty unbelievable. Then you've got Maddison in behind, who was class today. His finish was sublime. Let's go back to Aubameyang's goal, by the way. We did actually score in this game. It was ruled offside correctly. But let's say that went in. Would this be any different? I still think we would have lost. I think we are incapable of keeping a clean sheet away from home. This is, well, okay, let me think back to what the stat was. I believe Emery has only managed to get 2 clean sheets away from home since he's joined the club in the Premier League. 2. And one of them was against Newcastle at the start of the season. The first game of the season, and we all thought, Wow, okay. Away form on the mend. We didn't play particularly well, but who knows? And now we're back to square one where literally away from home, we lose half our games. 50% of our away games in the Premier League since Unai Emery has joined have ended in a loss. And you're telling me that we're top four worthy? We're just not. This club right now in this state is barely, and I mean scraping the bottom of the barrel, top six. Okay, there's no way we're going to win the Europa League or finish top four. And do you know what? The only way that we could is if we make a big decision now. Let's end this. £6 million is what it will take, apparently. £6 million, okay? A fraction of the amount of money this club makes, okay? Pay Unai Emery to leave. £6 million. Just do it tonight. Within 3 hours of that full-time whistle, announce it. Unai Emery is parting ways with Arsenal Football Club because he's not right. The first 6 to 9 months, maybe. It was early days and we all saw positive things. I loved how Emery was active on the touchline. He was seemingly really passionate and into it. And do you know what? We didn't have a terrible season. European finalists in the Europa League, and we missed the top four somehow. I'm still clueless to that. And we kind of, I guess we saw glimpses, didn't we, of what maybe Emery could do with us. But this season has just been completely different. It's the complete opposite. And we're just falling further and further away. So the only way that we can somewhat repair the damage that's been done this season, I think, is to make a change now. Let's give Freddie Ljungberg the next 2 or 3 games, whatever it may be, to get someone else in. And let's get Allegri in. Let's get Kovac in. Someone that knows how to play the Arsenal way. Emery seemingly was that guy. We thought he played a similar football to what Arsenal wanted to play. But now we're seeing what he really wants to do. And that is, oh my God, we've got a minus goal difference after 12 games. I didn't even realise. Wow. But we thought we were getting someone who was attacking, and played fluid football. You saw it at PSG at times. You definitely saw it at Sevilla. But since the beginning of this season, we've seen defensive, naivety, ineptitude. Just terrible, terrible, cowardly tactics. Today, setting up with basically 5 at the back. This is really distracting. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Really, really disappointing because I liked Emery. And I've only got myself to blame. I overhyped him. And it's the same with some of these players at the club that really shouldn't be here. I thought this summer was a massive success. We brought in some really good players. But most importantly, I feel like we managed to shift on a few players that just were not good enough and that were draining the club. And we started off relatively well with that win against Newcastle and then Burnley, and obviously Liverpool came around. But things were okay. We were in a decent position. But something's clicked. Something has clicked. The players are not playing for the manager. The fans do not support the team as it is right now. Of course, we support the club. We support Arsenal. Arsenal's my club, But I don't support this terrible mismanagement of the team. It's shocking. It really is. And we're kind of where we were with Wenger in the last 3 years of his tenure. That there is so many things going wrong with the players on the pitch and the way we're playing, the tactics. It can't go on like this. But the real question is, are the guys at the top of the club, Raul and Edu, were at the stadium today watching the team? Is there going to be action? Are they going to be man enough? That's the wrong term. I hate saying that because women can be strong too. But you know what I mean? Are they going to have the balls? Again, I probably shouldn't use that one either because women don't have balls. But I'm losing it. I'm losing here. Okay. I don't think we've got it. I don't think our board is strong enough to make that decision. We're too cowardly as a club to make a big decision like that. Look at Bayern. Okay. Last I checked, they're winning 4-0 against Dortmund right now. They just sacked their manager. It doesn't always mean it's going to be a negative reaction if you sack your manager. We are the most inexperienced team in Europe, probably around the world, when it comes to dealing with a new manager during seasons because we just don't do it. Let's just do it. It can't get much worse than this, surely. Why can't we just revert to the 4-2-3-1? Because again, the 3/5 at the back formation clearly doesn't work. Okay, we can't get Pepe in as well. £72 million on a bench warmer. Okay, sure, mate. Tierney, not in the team. Oh, do you know what? So let's go to the 4-2-3-1. Okay, with Lundberg in charge, just for the next few games, I guarantee you he will instantly put a team together. The team sheet will come out and everyone will go, oh my God, thank God for that. Because it will have Tierney. It'll be 4 at the back. It'll be Bellerin, probably Socrates. I was hoping it'd be Chambers with Holding, who has been questionable, not going to lie. And then Tierney, Leno in goal, of course. And then we'll see Torreira, Guendouzi, Mesut Ozil as the 3 in midfield. And then we'll have Pepe, Aubameyang and Lacazette. That's what we need. Every single lineup, it may improve slightly, but there's always something. There's always something that we look at and go, okay, it doesn't make any sense to me. This talk with Torreira next week, massive. If Unai's even there, Guendouzi is fantastic, don't get me wrong. And next to Torreira, they can be brilliant, but they need to swap. We're seeing Guendouzi playing the defensive role more than Torreira. Swap it around. Let's see Guendouzi go a bit further forward. Be the Aaron Ramsey that we've lost. And then have Torreira shielding the back four. It doesn't take a genius. Every Arsenal fan can see what's going wrong. And that just screams ineptitude again. That's the favourite word of today's video, ineptitude, because we are being ran by a clown, a Dracula clown. It's a shame. It really is, because I didn't want Arsenal to become this, and that's the most disappointing thing for me. Things don't work out in football. We've seen it with countless clubs. We were very lucky to have Wenger for so long, and it worked for such a long time. But it doesn't always work out, and that's okay. You know, there's plenty of things in the world, in life, that you really hope will work out, and that you kind of bet on it, don't you? You get behind something and it just doesn't work. And do you know what? Sometimes you just have to take it on the chin. And Arsenal, with the amount of money that we make, 6 million is a drop in a bucket. Just pay it. Just bite the bullet. Say thank you, Unai. You know, you've stabled. Well, you haven't. You haven't stabled the ship. You haven't brought stability at all, really. You did a decent job at first. We've noticed some poor decisions, and we're not happy with where we are at the moment. Unfortunately, we are going to be looking to take someone else on, and that's fine. He'll take it. He can't. He hasn't got a choice. He'll go on and do something else. I think Unai Emery will be a decent manager elsewhere. I just don't think he's Arsenal. I don't think he's a top 4 club type manager. I don't know. It isn't working. So it's time to go, Unai. I wish you all the best in your next job, but I won't miss you, because I think we're much better off, even if we had Lundberg for the rest of the season, because it's simple. You've got to ask one question. When it comes to making a decision like this, can it get worse? The answer to that question is no. It can't. It surely cannot get worse than this. And if it does, we're back in this situation again. We have to look into it. But for now, it's very obvious. Unai Emery should not be managing this club. And let's get the players working together again. You know, let's have some cohesion, some team chemistry, because we just don't have it. But thank you so much for watching. A massive congrats to to Leicester, the Foxes. And they fully deserve to be in that top 4. And now I think they're 3rd, which is incredible. And we're stuck now in, is it 6th or 7th, with a -1 goal difference. Bad Ebening.